Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday late game, post game show, and Sunday night football pregame show. Well, we're going to go over the late games first. The LA Chargers walloped the Arizona Cardinals 45-10 at StubHub Center in LA, and there's not much to tell on that one. The Chargers just had this one from the get-go, and Arizona just never stood a chance in that one. The Denver Broncos beat the Pittsburgh Steelers at Sports Authority Field in Denver, 24-17. Pittsburgh tried to battle back, and they just could not do it. And it was Pittsburgh falls to I think 6-5-1. I think that's what it. Yeah, 6-5-1. So, and the Indianapolis Colts beat the Miami Dolphins with a last-second field goal, 27-24 at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And I'm going to go over all the early games again in just a sec, but I want to take this opportunity. I forgot to introduce my guest at the top of the show on my early game, post game, and late game, pregame show, and that was the guest I had on that, the early game, post game show, which was also the late game, pregame show, was my brother-in-law, Eric Hoyle, who that was. And I want to thank him once again for being on. Now to the early games. The Browns beat the Cincinnati Bengals 35-20 at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati to get their first road win since October 2015 and go to 4-6-1. They're definitely still in the hunt for the wild card spot in the playoffs. The Philadelphia Eagles beat the New York Giants 22-25 at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. The Buffalo Bills beat the Jacksonville Jaguars at Wild Folsom Stadium in Buffalo 24-21. And Jacksonville has just been struggling lately. What a big upset in North Carolina today. The Seattle Seahawks beat the Carolina Panthers 30-27 at Bank of America Stadium in North Carolina, and boy, that was a big loss for Carolina right there. That was an upset loss for them. The Baltimore Ravens walloped the Oakland Raiders 34-17 at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, and the Raiders season has been over since they beat the Browns in Week 2, and I wanted them to win. The Browns to win that game, but the Raiders have just been struggling, and the San Francisco 49ers. Actually, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers walloped the San Francisco 49ers 27-9 at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. And San Francisco's season has been over, too, because with Jimmy Garoppolo being out. Oh, man. And rounding out the early games, the New England Patriots beat the New York Jets at MetLife Stadium in New York, 27-13, and the Jets tried to battle back. They have just been struggling. Sam Darnold just has not. He's had good games, but he's been also struggling as well. So, and right now my brother-in-law and I are tied at 9-4 in our picks. My brother-in-law Eric Hoyle. Now tonight's Sunday night game preview. Actually we'll get to that in just a second. I know I'm getting off track, but in a couple of weeks, a week from this Wednesday, on Wednesday, December 5th, the Notoriety Show Choir, which is an adult community show choir that I'm with, will have their annual holiday show at the lecture hall at Solon High School, which is at 33600 Inwood Drive in Solon, Ohio. And the title of the show is When We're Together. And we're going to have a lot of great holiday music, Christmas and holiday. Got to get you in the mood for the holiday season. And tickets are $10 in advance, and they are $5 for kids, $11 for senior citizens, and $12 for adults at the door. And group sales are $6 or more, $6 to $9, and group sales are $6 or with more, it's $9. And you can call my friend and the accompanist of Notoriety Show Choir and Michael at 216-407-6707, or you can go to our email address, are at notorietysshowchoir@gmail.com. But come on out and see us on December the 5th at 7 p.m. at Solon High School in the lecture hall, and to get you in the mood for the holiday season. When we're together, that's Notoriety Show Choir of Solon. So come on out and see us, because you're in for a big holiday treat. Now for tonight's Sunday Night Football game preview between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minnesota. Now, keep this in mind, the Packers and the Vikings tied in their first meeting earlier in the season at 29 apiece, and so either team, I think Green Bay is mainly hoping for a win in Minnesota, but I know Minnesota's hoping for a win too. But I really think this is going to be a good game, and Green Bay's going to have to dominate early because Minnesota, they're favored, and they're going to be out to win this game. So I think if the Packers can dominate early, they have a chance. So we shall see what happens in that game tonight. And I will come back with a post-game show once the Sunday Night Football game is concluded. And I'll have my Monday Night Football pregame and post-game show tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And I just want to say, I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving and enjoyed the time with your family and had a lot of turkey and bread dressing and all that great food. So I know we're coming off the holiday weekend. And just a whirlwind weekend, another whirlwind weekend of football here in Week 12 of the NFL. So I just want to say, I just hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. So, and I really feel that my brother-in-law and I have both taken Minnesota for this game tonight. We feel Minnesota has the edge in this game, with it being in Minnesota. So I think Minnesota is going to win this game by far tonight. So we shall see what happens with the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings tonight. Well, that is just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday late game, post game show, and Sunday night football pregame show. I will be back with the Sunday Night Football post-game show once the Sunday Night Football game has concluded. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.